subscribe to is obviously for my well-being, not for my harm. So why then is it treated as if it is for my harm? Automatically. Why is that happening? It shouldn't be happening. So also families are being treated differently compared to single women or single men. We're automatically put in the perverted category or in the less respected category, which I've noticed. That is totally unfair. So I'm not subscribed to only religious. I also have...
Have you ever wondered why Moses and Elijah...
I also have shorts. I have comedies. So, and I'm paying for this. So, for example, I have blocked somebody or I have stopped following somebody and they keep popping up. Which is not right. To say, I'm not going to be emotionally bonded with you forever as a type of a wife because I subscribe to you. I am not going to be connected to you financially forever for your politics or for whatever you're doing. So I'm getting these advertisements which are very big. So this is an example of an advertisement which is bigger compared to this channel that I am following. So these are the normal channels. And then you have an advertisement which comes even bigger, which is also unfair. So I'm getting all these channels I haven't subscribed to on my home platform. So I'm going to close this video now, completing everything I've said. Yeah, sometimes I sleep on the sofa. Maybe that's why I'm getting spots on my face. Dear. I'm just so angry and so tired of all of it. There seems to be no rest. And yet the Bible says there should be no rest for the wicked, not the other way around. And this is what happens when there is... So someone's wearing a top hat here. It looks like a top hat. Prince Charles was wearing a top hat too. Let's see that. He's now no longer a prince, he's a king. Rescuing a dog that is found in the bin. Rescuing puppies found in the garbage bin. Oh, so I'm treated as though I'm an ex-girlfriend, that I'm being dumped, that I didn't even know I was a girlfriend because I had unsubscribed to somebody. Is this how our king looks like? It doesn't look like him. Oh, it does. King Charles III in his young portrait, coming from Odyssey, the history documentation. So I'm looking at history. I'm subscribed to even cars, what cars are like. I have subscribed to the news channel that I do want. I have subscribed to certain politicians. I noticed some of the wording that Jared Kushner was using, which seems to have, either coincidentally or no coincidentally, I don't know, matched what I had said on my channel. So, because they've attempted to demonize me, have slapped my face and attack me, I think I've done as much to them as they've done to me, but not enough, because I don't know what they're doing behind the scenes. And apparently they do know what I'm doing, what's happening to me behind the scenes. So it is a fight, really. So I'm looking at some channels here for news, nature, there's the Queen's ceremony who had passed away, and she's dressed in pink here for her. Dressed in pink, Queen of England, who had passed away in August 2022. She's been on the throne for 7 decades. And I have come to acknowledge something that I didn't know. I'm learning. It's an educational thing here. It can be a social thing. It can be a political thing. It can be a religious thing. But if it's used in the wrong sense, it is a type of a weapon too. So my point in conclusion is, because I am subscribed to someone, it does not mean I agree with everything that they are saying, and that's my human right. I shouldn't have to agree with everything that they're saying. So I'm just observing and listening to them, but I'm not going to allow them to scrutinize me and allow them to make a judgment on me. It's not allowed. Not allowed by God, and is not allowed by my human rights. So, for example, anyone who is holding a religious and pretty pictures and logos with a shop next to it and an opportunity to join them socially, it does not mean that they're actually representing God. They can destroy God's message because they are mixing this shop with religion, for example, on the same platform, which is what made Jesus angry and me angry. How dare do they publicize that they are religious, when in fact it is not a voluntary it's not a voluntary channel like mine is. So I'm going to unsubscribe, and I'm going to block, even if that individual had previously provided me some emotional support, because of their attitude to mix religion with money in a disrespectful way towards people that don't have that. And they don't want that. They don't want to mix religion with money. It should be a separate thing for the social aspects of it. So I'm just going to say I don't recommend this channel, and I'm not interested. So, holier than thou. There's another advert for Spinal Cord Injury Awareness Month, which might be an interesting advert for me to help enhance my living. But how political is this? So, which takes me to my website with somebody in a wheelchair. So because I just came out of my wheelchair 2 years ago, it talks about my family, my fertility, and my confidence for modern dating and partnership for the disabled people. And it's asking me to sign, which is with a form there. So I'll have to pray about this before I try it, if I try it, for modern life, dating and partnership. Because if I sign this, which sounds very encouraging and appropriate, that means it looks correct, it looks encouraging, but it's a man in a wheelchair, it's not a woman in a wheelchair. So if I go anywhere else, there's nothing else on this print, on the internet, who are the children that are taken away from their parents, as in my case, website that shows me a woman in a wheelchair. So it puts me off, and I don't want to sign the small print or the contract of agreement. It's not asking me for any money, but it's asking me for my information. So my information, my address, my email is more valuable to me, my time is more valuable to me than money. So I don't know, I don't think I will put my information out on here. This is how they're mocking me and my gender, to say if I was a man I would be treated with more respect in the community. So I close my video now to say they wanted to break my heart. They did everything in their power to break my heart and to destroy my confidence, to block me from being a social warrior and prayer warrior. They did everything they could. And by doing this video, I'm saying I'm very angry now. And the more angry I become, the more bad stress I have. And if I hide that anger, it can cause me digestive problems. It can cause me a sleeping disorder because I'm hiding or withdrawing the anger inside rather than finding the outlet to release that anger in the right sense, such as doing boxing, self-defense and other things. If I had a gymnasium that was in my own home and exercise equipment, which I don't yet. So there should be a channel available for me to release that anger that I don't have, except for sleep. And God. So I'm stuck in between holding my anger to expressing my anger. If I express my anger, it's not going to be healthy for me. If I hold my anger, it's not going to be healthy for me because I am frail and weak. And then they're adding insult to my injuries by saying that I'm weak as shit, as poop, which is totally humiliating for them to use those terms and disgusting. I was not expecting the fact that in closing this video, the more I complimented somebody or shared their advertisement, they would return that compliment for evil. It's beyond. So, going to close, looking at the Bible about the most important pages found in the book of John, chapter 15, on the subject on division of our society, to dry out. In other words, don't function. It's a dysfunction. So I've got here, demoralize, dehumanize, which is a system. So dehumanize and demoralize are similar.